This is a Headgum Podcast.
You're listening to the Morning After Podcast.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Today we're doing another home team episode.
Home team episode. Welcome back.
Welcome back to another episode of the Morning After. I am Lamorne. It's Kyle. It's Kyle the Legend Shevrin here as always. Kyle, last time I saw you, you had a weird facial hair thing going on, and then you went and got a haircut today.
Well, I had the Wolverine for
Halloween. Yeah.
Had to cut that because I don't know how Hugh Jackman does that. It's honestly a little too much. Mm-hmm. And then I feel naked without the mustache. I'm not going to lie.
You know when I feel the most naked?
When you're naked?
When I'm in the shower naked.
I don't know. I just feel naked without the mustache. So now I'm growing it back. And I've seen some people comment, like without the glasses and facial hair, they don't recognize me. It's like a Clark Kent thing.
You think that's the case? You do look like a different person. Like, there are times when I'm driving down the street and I think I see you.
Well, okay, you got to tell them about this game that you created.
Well, I didn't create this game. I think we play it all the time. Does that white guy look like your white friend? It's a classic game that people have been playing for decades. You know what I mean?
Sometimes they're accurate. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can kind of see it. That guy looks like me. And then other times, no, in no world does this guy look like me.
For your birthday, I once posted, what's Margaret Qualley's husband's name? Jack Antonoff.
Yeah.
That guy. Jack Antonoff. I once posted a photo of him and said, "Happy birthday, Kyle." And here's the thing. I didn't know who he was. I just Googled. I put white Jewish guy with glasses. And all these images popped up. And he was like one of the top images. And so I was like, that looked like Kyle right there.
See, this is my goal, to get successful enough where when you type in on Google, white Jewish guy with glasses, I'm the first one who pops up.
Don't listen. If you type in black dude with a yellow beanie on, I'm not coming up no time soon. You gonna get Lakeith.
Jonathan
Majors. What are we doing today on this show, on this episode?
So you guys know how our home team episodes normally go. We poll each other.
Won't say it like that, but yeah.
Well, I mean, when there's no guests, we have to poll each other.
We do poll each other, yeah.
And we shoot the shit. We have fun. We try to make you guys laugh. But today we're gonna theme the episode a bit. If I'm not right, Robbie, tell us what we're doing today.
Yeah, it's just all about, we're just gonna like a salute to the movies. We all love the movies.
Okay,
We're gonna celebrate some excellent cinema with our questions and game today.
Okay, cool. This is the first time in a while that I actually did not go and look at the topics.
Do you know Cinema D?
Cinema D?
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. Cinema D's nuts.
Almost got him. I was so close. Oh man, Cinema D's nuts.
Okay.
So we're gonna officially poll now, guys.
Yeah,
so
we're gonna
sometimes
poll.
we like to poll the fans, sometimes individually,
Sometimes at the same time.
sometimes in front of the Eiffel Tower.
Sometimes let the fans poll themselves while we watch.
Yeah. You know what? I can't wait for us to start doing live shows where potentially two fans will meet each other and poll each other, and then create a life will blossom from that.
That's perverted. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's a nice origin love story.
You know where babies come from if you think two guys polling each other.
I know where babies come from.
The butt. Okay. So my question to you, Kyle, and this is a really good one.
Okay.
And this is going to be a tough one.
Okay. Hit me with it.
What's the best film trilogy?
Wow. Best film trilogy of all time.
Yeah.
I can think of a few right off the top of my head. Here's the issue with these questions. And I'm going to get into it, but we don't remember everything. And then once the clip goes online, people are like, how did you not remember the Air Bud series? And
Listen,
they rip us.
Listen, that's just that. It is what it is.
Yeah.
it is what it is, you know.
Okay, so trilogy though, does this mean, I just want to get technical and nerd out real quick, that there can only be 3 films? There's no 4th?
Yes, just 3.
Okay. So like that takes away Rocky right out the gate.
Well, you can pick the first 3 Rockies. You just can't include.
But you can't take out Rocky 4. Well, I think Lord of the Rings is definitely up there.
Lord of the Rings. Okay.
That's a trilogy. I'm going original Star Wars trilogy.
Okay.
Original Indiana Jones trilogy. And Air Bud trilogy. I mean, probably Star Wars. Well, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, so I'm going to probably go Star Wars.
Star Wars.
And I like Back to the Future. 1, 2, and 3.
That's up there in my top, but I'm going to go ahead and say the Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh, it's so good.
I mean, I love Lord of the Rings. Harry Potter. I'm going to say the Harry Potter, the first 3 of Harry Potter, since we can't pick any of the other.
The books, right? Because you read the books.
Not the books. You know.
You guys haven't seen that. Go back and find that in the previous episode.
You know I ain't out here reading. Now, here's the thing. My favorite movie of all time is The Matrix. However, I feel like...
Go ahead, say it.
I feel like the rest of them were dog shit. No, I wouldn't say dog shit. The next 2.
2 was... I like 2.
2 was pretty good.
Yeah.
3 was like, all right, where are we going?
Like, end this.
And then the next one was like, oh shit, they resurrected it from the dead and it looks exactly like what it's supposed to look like, a corpse.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was so bad. And I love Keanu Reeves. So I'm still going to go with the Matrix trilogy.
Yeah.
Because the first one is so good. It's my favorite movie of all time, but also I got to throw John Wick into the mix.
Oh, John Wick is so good. I'm with you though on Matrix. We can pretend like 4 didn't happen.
Let's pretend like 4
I'm
didn't
cool
happen.
with that. Like,
but there is one
brain.
that I'm going to throw out there because I'm not 100% sure if the fans know about this.
Okay.
You know, and this is a movie title that some folks know. If you're a black cinema buff, then you might know
like
this
us.
title. What?
Yep. Say it. Tell them.
POCs for life. I'm a person of color, and he is a person of Caucasian descent. He is a person of the challah bread. Is that a thing?
It's called challah bread, and it makes fantastic French toast.
How do you spell it?
There's actually multiple spellings. So
is there a spelling with a C?
There's a CH spelling. Yeah.
There we go.
POC,
yeah. Person of the challah. So this movie.
Yeah.
And do your Googles.
Give me a hint.
Fred Williamson. It's starring Fred Williamson. Do you know
Action.
what I'm talking about?
I would guess.
Action.
Yeah.
Jackson?
No.
I think this didn't make this is an unaired segment of a past episode.
I feel like
I cannot say the title name. Even as a POC, I still won't say the title name.
The Legend of Nigga Charlie. That's a real title for a movie. The Legend of Nigga Charlie. And then the follow-up is The Soul of Nigga Charlie.
Yeah, which is my favorite one of the trilogy.
But then they got Charlie One Eye.
Yeah.
And then they got Boss Nigga. So...
Well, that was that was because you reached the boss.
He was the big bad boss.
That was the final level.
Back then they were... Boy, they didn't care. Back then, they just threw some titles.
I'm trying
on some
to.
shit.
Okay, do you think they were creative with the title names there, or they just were not creative with the title? Because you can argue both ways.
I mean, it's very creative because it definitely sticks with you.
Yeah.
I think it's just back then. It was kind of one of those things where it was like, I'm going to tell you what this movie is in the title,
in case no one sees
The
it.
Legend of Nigga Charlie. That's a real title. I'm not, and I'm happy to say it on this podcast because none of y'all can say it. And that makes me,
you
that
guys
makes me
cannot
unique.
say it.
Neither can you.
Yeah, you heard him.
And that makes me very unique in this moment.
You heard him.
Sucker. Which is what they said in Nigga Charlie. Sucker. Ha. Jack. Ha. Jack. I'm sure they said that in there.
I think Robert Downey may have watched those
Charlie
inspirations for Tropic Thunder.
It's quite possible. I'm sure he probably grew up having seen them. You know, blaxploitation films were big.
Had to.
Very, very big.
So, okay, so you're actually going with The Matrix. Though.
I'm going to go with The Matrix.
And I'm going with Star Wars. Was there one we missed that you guys wrote down? Back to the Future, though, is so good. Well, three gets
some people might go Godfather.
See, that's the thing. 3 there is also just trash. It's
3 is
like
trash.
great, unbelievable first one, perfect movie. 2, perfect movie. 3, trash.
Clint Eastwood's The Man of No Name trilogy.
Oh,
Fistful of Dollars, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't a fan. I'm sorry to all the cinema folks out there. All those old westerns and stuff makes me think of racism. I don't know. There's something about back then. I just feel like Clint Eastwood was on set just dropping hard ERs. I'm not saying he did. Not saying he did. Not saying that. I'm saying that when I watch those movies, I go, I don't know. I feel like the crew was just racist. I feel like the guy at Crafty is just.
what is it? Which one is it? Where he's
land
like,
robe in his backyard.
which one is it where he goes, "Get off my lawn"?
That was El Torino. Gran Torino.
Torino, yeah.
Gran
Style of racism
Torino.
in that one.
Are you?
He called somebody a z-
Are you
I don't
feeling
even know what that is, but I was like, I don't like it.
pal? Yeah, sorry.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, just doing this, I feel racist.
Yeah, 100%.
What do you, pal?
What are
Do
you?
you feel
Black?
racist today? Thank God you're white again. Oh, you're Mexican today? Well, today's not your lucky day. Bam! Just killed.
The color of me.
Tumbleweed insert.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Yeah, well, maybe that has to get put up there now.
Shit. That ain't, I don't know. There was, what are we? There's
Scary movie?
Scary
Oh,
movie.
my God.
The scary movie.
Scary 2 is unreal.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Oh my God, the scary movie franchise is. Yeah, I'm gonna put the first 3 up there of that.
Oh, man.
But then the Insidious. I love Insidious. There's also like 5 of how many of those movies?
Yeah, those
is there?
have some crazy spin.
Yeah.
Dude, Terminator. Even though 3 wasn't that good, 1 and 2 are
That's a good call.
unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
Mission Impossible. You have
Oh my
almost
God.
3
Yeah, we're on.
trilogies to pick
I
from,
mean,
right?
then we can go Fast and
You have
Furious.
3 different trilogies to
mean,
pick from.
But I guess my final answer here. My best and my final answer. Non-biased.
Night at the Museum.
No.
Oh,
No. Barbershop. I'm gonna go with the Barbershop trilogy.
forgot about that.
I'm gonna go with the Barbershop trilogy.
Was there only 3 or 4?
There were 3
There's a
barbershops, but then there was a beauty
Spin-off.
salon spinoff with
Yeah.
Queen Latifah. But I'm gonna go with the Barbershop trilogy.
Okay.
I feel good movies. Obviously, they ushered in so many funny people. That was one of the first times we saw Dion Cole. I think he was in the first Barbershop. Was first or second? I think he was maybe in all 3. He might have been in all
JB
3.
Smoove.
The third one, JB Smoove. Anthony Anderson was in the first one, and third one, and the third one, the one that I was in.
Yep.
Ugh, it's the greatest one of all time.
I think most people agree with you on that. I've been a space nerd POC my whole life. I am going with Star Wars.
You going with Star Wars?
Final answer.
And I feel bad about this one because I've never seen it. So
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. We got to change. I think we need to do a live stream where we just, I was going to say, chain you to the couch, but I don't want to use that enough. We need to get you on the couch and you need to just live stream 1 through 6. And you cannot get up until you finish 1 through 6.
I think that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's
And we
good.
live stream it as well. We'll all be here. We can do live commentary.
That's not a bad idea.
It's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
We're going to make that happen. You heard it here, folks. That'll be fun as fuck. That'll actually be really fun.
Okay, we get popcorn, we get strippers,
You read my mind.
Strippers named Popcorn.
and we have a bunch of special guests
Corn
that
pop.
roll through. A bunch of special guests. We can have some actors that are from the Star Wars franchise pop their
Shit,
heads
if you
in.
know some, get them here.
I mean, I know the daughter of one.
Oh,
I know Billy Lord. Maybe I'll have Billy Lord pop her head in.
maybe we get Billy Zane. Just get 2 Billys, 2 Kyles.
Was Billy Zane in it?
No, but he's just a cool Billy.
Oh, I love Billy Zane. We can get Billy Magnussen.
Oh,
You think
third?
he's seen Star Wars?
I feel like he's seen a Star Wars.
don't think
at
he's
least
seen it.
one. I think he's seen at least one.
Is that the general consensus that all white guys have at least seen one Star Wars?
I'm not at liberty to touch on this subject.
Because you're not white.
Exactly. If I had to put money on it, Billy has seen a Star Wars.
There's only one way to find out.
Call him live.
I'm gonna call Billy right now
Put him on the
because
spot.
I am curious. I am.
What do you guys think? Has he seen one Star Wars?
Yes.
Josh says yes.
You say
of
yes?
course.
Robbie says yes. Joey says yes. Hey, Lamorne. That's how he's going to answer.
Hey, buddy.
Billy, what are you up to?
Buddy. I'm about to walk into a thing. How are you, sir?
Hey, you're
how's
on.
it going?
You're on the
Hey,
podcast.
Billy, we're live.
Oh, how's it going, guys? Oh my gosh, I'm literally in a meeting for.
We have a
another
quick
project
question.
right
Quick
now.
question.
Quick question: have you seen any Star Wars film?
Yeah, of course, all of them.
Shit!
Yes.
Fuck! I thought you was a real one.
And some of the spin-offs.
I thought you was a real one.
Fucking The Mandalorian. Let's go.
Oh shit! Okay, see, I knew it.
Billy, I thought you was a real one, man. I thought you was like me, and you were like, "Fuck, I ain't looking at that bullshit." All right.
Hey, I gotta jump back on the southern.
Yes, do your thing.
Figure out how to put a horse ass on my.
Oh, that's weird. All right, bye.
Lube it. Sorry.
All right, I was wrong. I was wrong. Which doesn't happen often, but okay, that's fair.
What's a sports movie that gets you pumped up every time you watch it?
Ooh, okay. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Sports movie.
a
gets you
sports
pumped
movie.
up every time you watch it.
Okay, I haven't seen this one in a while,
Okay.
but Blue Chips. Mm-hmm. Oh, Blue Chips.
That gets you going.
That right there gets me going.
That gets
man.
you hard.
Nick Nolte was a hell of a coach. I mean, come on. Neon Bull Doe. I mean,
Spelled his name wrong on the SATs.
yeah, he spelled his name wrong. Shaq, Penny Hardaway. I mean,
Crazy.
come on, man. That one right there, I'm going to go ahead. It's either that or like Mike, but I'm going to go ahead and stick with Blue Chips.
You know what's great about that movie? They got actual hoopers to play because I don't want to say this about, I don't want to generalize you actors all in one, but a lot of times when they get actors to try to pretend to be sports athletes and they play in the movies, it looks so bad.
Yeah, it
Like they
does.
don't know how to throw, they don't know how to shoot.
They don't
You
know
can
how to
definitely tell which ones went to theater camp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
sports.
yeah. Even there's some I've seen some things where people have like terrible golf swings and they're supposed to be pro golfers.
Yeah, they all look
Dare
like Charles
I say.
Barkley.
Or like the dude's a quarterback and he's like,
But
just gotta
there's,
get my reps in.
there's some that are great. Have you ever seen the movie Everybody Wants Some?
Yeah.
It's a baseball movie. Those guys
yeah.
are all like legit.
Shout out to
baseball
Glenn
players.
Powell. Shout out to Glenn Powell.
I mean, on the replacements, apparently Keanu Reeves was so good at quarterback that he got a tryout with the local team.
That's not true.
Look it up.
With the San Francisco
What's
team?
the name of that local team?
I think it might have been the Cincinnati Bengals or something. They literally offered him a tryout.
Yeah, that sounds like some bullshit.
Okay.
That sounds like some bullshit.
Okay, here's a sports.
Sorry, I got to say this one because I'm going to forget it.
I'm gonna let you finish. But yeah, go ahead.
Warrior.
That actually gets you pumped
Warrior
up.
gets you pumped up. I
And
mean,
makes you
come on.
cry. Did you cry a little bit? You get teary eyed.
I don't really get teary eyed. I don't do the whole
You got
crying
dust.
thing. No, everybody knows. If
You
you
got
know
a
me,
dust
if you know
particle.
me, you know I don't cry,
That's crazy.
regardless of what my daughter says.
There's a video of you crying on the internet.
Nah, that's not real. Those are
The CGI?
That's CGI.
All right, I actually have the answer.
Okay.
According to various sources, including Reddit's R Entertainment, so very high level sources, an article from something called The Sports Column, Keanu Reeves was reportedly offered a tryout with the Baltimore Ravens in 2000. Ooh, that was a good Ravens team too. After his performance as quarterback Shane Falco in the movie The Replacements.
See? Y'all think I'm lying? I know my cinema.
Oh man.
I know my cinema.
Whew.
I like Warrior. You know what movie gets me pumped up? Angels in the Outfield. When the Angels win the pennant at the end and like Mel Clark is like carried off because he's at the twilight of his career. It's a Danny Glover movie. It's Joseph Gordon-Levitt film. It's a great film.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sandlot gets me pumped up when Benny beasts the dog.
When Benny bestialities the
When
dog.
he bestialities the dog. Well, the dog bites him in the butt.
Ooh, get his salad tossed by a Rottweiler. That's nasty. That's nasty.
Any
work.
Given Sunday. Oh, that movie gets you. Come on,
That might be it. That might be it.
That's the best one.
That might be
Oh,
it.
you're forgetting an obvious one. Remember the Titans.
Remember the
How do you
Titans.
not get pumped up as Denzel's your coach?
Remember the Titans. Well, then if that's the case, then he got game didn't really pump me up. That was kind of depressing in certain parts. But remember the Titans?
yeah,
I think so.
I could do Al Pacino if you can do
I can do
Denzel.
Would Hurricane count as a sports movie?
Oh yeah.
Because that gets you pumped up. Hate brought me in here.
Yeah.
Boy, Love's gonna bust me out. Yeah, Love busted him out of jail.
He bust, yeah.
People ask me, what's love got to do with it? As I tell you, it's gonna bust you out. Sometimes love might bust you off, but then
Whoa.
sometimes love might bust you out.
Yeah, I mean, what does love have to do with anything?
I would like to hear what's the coach from Al Pacino's name from Any Given Sunday?
You're gonna have to look it up. It's
I would love to
Tony.
hear
I think it's Tony
a
something.
conversation between him and Coach Boone would be
Coach Boone, and
be
it's I
exciting.
think is it Tony? Tony D'Amato.
Tony D'Amato.
Yeah. I don't know. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're never inch in a game, every second. You got to look at the guys around you. I think you're going to see a guy that's willing to go that extra inch because he knows that that makes the difference between winning and losing, between living and dying. The 6 inches in front of your face. Now I can't make you do it. Sorry.
That was good.
I don't remember
Hurts
any
my
of those
throat.
quotes from Remember the Titans.
Drop the ball, run a mile,
Yeah.
You drop the ball, you run a mile.
miss a tackle.
You fuck my wife, you run a mile.
Yeah.
I like to see you do that after you run a mile. You're gonna be so tired, huh?
Okay.
You miss a tackle?
Tackle the defense, Coach Boone.
Aha, defense, line up.
Yeah.
I want you to line up one by one. I don't know any of these quotes.
All right. All right.
Because as we sit here today,
Yeah.
as football players out here on the gridiron, shout out to Gridiron Gang.
Shout out to The Rock.
This is another film about
Yeah.
football. We sit here in remembrance. Remembrance of what, you might ask? Well, thank you for asking. I like that question. I got an answer for you. We're here to remember the Titans, from Tennessee, which is a professional football team, which I think is this movie is based on.
I want to know how the fuck you knew them Titans were from Tennessee. I'm dying to know.
Well, it's simple, In football, it is nice to have alliteration when naming a sports team.
You ask anybody in the NFL on the 5 teams, I'm known. Forget about it. You ask Herman Edwards, I'm known. Forget about it. You ask Mike D'Antoni,
That's the second coach you came up with. Was Mike D'Antoni.
forget about it. Anyways, oh
my God. Okay, so what did we come up? What was our final answer on that one? I'm gonna
I
go.
don't know. We
I'm gonna
went
go
off
with
the
Any Given
rails.
Sunday.
Yeah, I think me too. Any given Sunday.
Okay,
100%.
let me ask you another one.
Yeah.
Your favorite film soundtrack or score?
Oh, geez. Okay, right off the top of my head, score, soundtrack, movies, Dazed and Confused,
Ooh, nice,
Unreal soundtrack.
nice.
Second, Black Hawk Down.
What? The fuck? You know what I like? Is that how it goes?
That's
Well,
from
when
the
like
Lion
they're
King.
like going through the Mogadishu and like they're on the yeah
Like one of those things.
yeah, and the helicopter. Wait, do that noise like then the helicopter. No, any Dazed and Confused would be my number one that comes off the top of my head.
This one's hard for me because there are so many movies that are made about like great musical legends. So, like I tell you, Ray, I love Ray, but
Yeah.
Ray actually made me more of a fan of Ray Charles. So you're watching this movie, this like epic thing, and these great performances, but you're also listening to the music while
Yeah.
you're doing it. I love that. I love the soundtrack to Across the Universe. Have you seen that movie?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, so good. Yesterday,
Yesterday, I mean, it's the Beatles. You can't go wrong with that soundtrack.
you know,
Almost Famous has a really good soundtrack.
Walk the Line,
Walk the Line.
you know.
Forrest Gump has a great soundtrack too.
Really?
Forrest Gump's
But you know
unreal
my
soundtrack.
favorite out of all of these things, out of all these movies, the best soundtrack comes from
Get Rich or Die Trying.
no, Belly.
I was gonna say Belly. I said
Was
Belly
that what you were
on
gonna
the way
say?
here.
Yeah,
I literally told Joey on the way here. I was like, Belly is the best soundtrack.
Yeah, Belly has the best soundtrack.
What? Give me. What are some tracks
Are you
on that?
ready? Are you ready? What's going on? Cold, fresh air. I'm bound to take a look around.
Hey, what else has a good soundtrack? Yeah. What has good soundtrack?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah.
I like that one song. The theme song.
Yeah.
Titanic.
That goes.
Kyle loves Titanic. He loves
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh yeah. But anything Hans Zimmer puts his hands on,
Yeah, that's why it's
or
so-
Ludwig
John
Ludwig
Williams.
Göransson, yeah. Man, Dark Knight. That score is epic.
I guess score and soundtrack are like two
They're
different
two different
categories,
things,
right?
Yeah, that's why I said score or
Yeah.
film soundtrack or score.
Yeah.
So
So like Days soundtrack is unreal.
Oh, yeah.
Just like the best hits from the 70s.
you know what I really like? Remember that movie Cry Baby
Yeah.
with Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
The 50s or 60s. Yeah.
50s, yeah. The baby cry, the baby cry, the baby cry, the baby cry. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
That
Was good. Was Roy Orbison on that soundtrack?
You know, when I was 13, my mom told me not to get a tattoo of Roy Orbison on my ass. But Lamorne, what mama don't know, don't hurt her.
What's that from?
Waterboy.
Oh,
Coach, he in a cooler.
oh man! Do yourselves a favor. The 1990 classic "Cry Baby."
Cry Baby.
They got some
Cry,
bangers
baby, don't
on
cry.
here. They got some bangers on here.
Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna go with Belly.
Okay.
go
I'm sticking with Dazed and Confused. My initial
Yeah.
guess.
Wait, Above the Rim was actually really good too.
Ooh.
A lot of
think
Tupac
what's-
songs.
Well, Deep Trouble. What's that movie called? Deep Trouble. What's the Tupac's first movie?
Deep Blue Sea.
No. Deepest, bluest, my hat is like a shark's fin. Yeah. Deepest, bluest, my hat is like a shark's fin. Sorry.
This from a bird. Vanilla Cool J.
Let me see. What was that movie with is Dan Aykroyd? It's called Nothing But Trouble. It's got Chevy Chase in it. It's got Tupac. This cast was crazy. Demi Moore, John Candy, Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase.
Oh, wow.
Tupac, Shock G. It's Shock G.
I used to have
Put
one of
the
those
satin on your
watches.
panties. You used to have one of a Shock G watch?
Yeah.
Shock
Used to have
G
one of
Shock.
those.
My baby don't cry. Oh, baby cry. Oh, baby cry.
Baby cry.
Okay.
I've got a question for you, mate.
Yeah.
What's the greatest twist ending in movie history?
I got a fucking story about this bullshit.
Yeah, what?
And let me
Go-
tell you why.
Oh, I think I know what you're going to say, but tell them the story.
The greatest ending to a film,
Yes.
the twist ending,
Yes.
to me,
Say it. Say it.
well, it's two.
Say it.
There's one that I'm mad about, and then
Say
there's
it.
one that I'm happy about.
Say it.
I'll start with the one I'm mad about. The Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense, when everyone in the world finds out that Bruce Willis is a ghost.
Wait, what?
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
I told a buddy of mine that I was going to go watch
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense. I think I was going to go with like some friend. I forget who. I forget that, you know. But it was my buddy Kenny. And I said, I'm going to go watch The Sixth Sense. And Kenny goes, oh, is that movie where Bruce Willis is a ghost?
No.
And I said, but at the time I was like, yeah, I think so. The trailer. I mean, I don't know. I only seen the trailer once. All right, cool. I go to the theater. I'm watching it. And when everybody gasps when you find out Bruce Willis is a ghost, I was confused. I was like, did I miss something?
No.
And then I thought to myself, fuck. I knew the twist. I knew the turn the whole time. And
Never
that
trusted Kenny.
That pissed me off. So what was number one has now become not even
Have you
in my
ever
top
told
100.
Haley Joel Osment that story?
No.
When
I don't
he
think
comes
so.
on the pod, you're going to have to tell him. We'll
I
have to
will.
remind you to tell him that
Yeah,
story.
I'm going to let him know for sure. But
Number two.
number two, The Usual Suspects.
Dude, that's what I was going to say.
It's a very
Guys are
Usual
so
Sus-
sad.
yeah.
Yeah, Usual Suspects. That right there.
Yeah.
Whoo, that one might be that might even, without Kenny spoiling it for me, that might be better than The Sixth Sense turn.
Give me the keys to the car, you fucking cock. What the fuck?
What is that? Benicio?
Benicio, yeah. What the fuck? Give me the keys to the
You
car.
sound like Brad Pitt from Snatch.
Oh, that's
what you
wait,
said.
I can do Brad Pitt from Snatch.
Also, Fight Club had a hell of a.
Oh, you like Dax? You like Dax?
Legs?
You fucking like that?
No.
Ooh, I'll fight you for her.
Like
Oh,
that.
look at the size of you, fucker. I'll fight you for her.
My favorite Brad Pitt
Periwinkle.
accent was when he was in Meet Joe Black and he was straight up Jamaican.
Dude, that was so good. When he visits the lady in the hospital.
Everything gonna be Irie.
Everything.
I said, okay, Brad.
That's why I knew that dude's going to make it in the industry.
His accent there was almost as bad as my Bloodshot accent.
No, dude, your Bloodshot accent was good.
Oh, man.
I mean, if you really want to talk about bad English accents.
Oh, you know that Denzel movie from back in the day?
Listen, guy, Denzel is arguably one of the greatest actor of all time.
The greatest.
I don't know what movie this is. We'll have to look it up. He did an English accent, and it was awful. It was like, it's exactly what I expected, low key, because I'm like, okay, it's Denzel. His voice is too known. There's no way he's gonna be able to do this.
Yeah.
And it was so bad.
So when you watch, so it's funny when you watch Gladiator 2, he don't do that accent at all.
No, he's in ancient Rome. Just,
You think you can do this to me?
Huh? I'm the emperor here, man.
I will put Romans on your ass. Huh? I will flood this bitch. When does that come out? Gladiator 2.
Like any day now.
Yeah, like next week.
Yeah.
Any given Sunday. Might
I'm
come out.
excited.
Have you seen or heard Keanu Reeves' accent in Dracula?
No.
That's a
Oh, yeah.
3 bad
Driver,
English
how much
accent.
further to the castle?
When Tom Cruise did Irish in the
Far and Away?
The Far and Away.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
bad too.
November 21st. November 21st. That comes out.
Yeah, that's soon.
Gladiator
That's
2.
soon. That's soon.
Ooh. So November 20th, I got to go see Wicked with my daughter. I got to take my little one to go see Wicked. Shout out Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. But then the next day, I got to go see, and I'm going to bring my 4-year-old too,
Gladiator.
to see Gladiator 2.
I think it's gonna toughen her up.
I think so. Anyway,
So I think we're both unanimously saying Sixth Sense / Usual Suspects.
suspects. Yeah, Usual Suspects.
I can't think of a better one than that.
Yeah. Although I love Signs. I love how they explained it at the end. It's not a twist per se, but I loved Signs. Lady in the Water, dog, trash. So was Trap.
What about The Happening? When we find out there was just the trees that were talking.
Man, wasn't nothing happening in that. I asked Zoe about that once. I don't think she.
Oh, Zoe's in
commented.
that movie.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
her Mark
Is she
Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg's love interest?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think
Forgot
anything-
about that
I
one.
don't think anything happened in that one. I don't think I never asked her about that movie. What's the best remake or reboot?
Oh, jeez. Remake or reboot here, eh?
This is controversial because I want to say something with Eddie Murphy, but lately these reboots and remakes have been throwing me off.
Oh, you're going to say Coming
But I
to
do-
America 2 reboot here, eh?
No, I'm not going to say that one.
No.
Because I auditioned for that one.
Yeah.
I
It's a
didn't
sequel.
get it.
That's 2.
Oh, yeah. That's a
That's 2
sequel.
in the name.
So a reboot here, eh? We're talking about reboots.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. This is a tough one here.
Godzilla was an example. King Kong.
Oh, Godzilla reboot here.
Blade Runner.
Tron.
Tron, yeah.
Ooh, you know what I'm going to go, which also could be in the running for best trilogy? Rocky.
Rocky.
Creed.
Oh, the Creed
It's a tech-
reboot, eh?
Creed is a reboot of Rocky.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
That trilogy is
Yo.
sick. That trilogy is
Is
dope.
there 3 Creed movies now?
I believe that's
Yeah.
three,
Creed 1, 2, and 3, yeah.
That one, ooh.
Yeah, that got me a little waterworks here when they gave good old Rocky cancer there, eh?
Oh yeah.
See him battling that.
He
Got
made
really
him
hit
sick.
me in the tear ducts here,
He
man.
got nominated for an Oscar for that, right?
I think so, but he lost, and that's why Frankie Stallone threw a fit. Oh, man, reboot's so tough.
Remake Ocean's 11 is technically a remake. So I would put that on the list of best.
Ooh.
There's an old Frank Sinatra one from the 60s.
I like that one.
That is a really good one.
That's one of my those are some of my favorite movies.
Also a trilogy. We didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Good question.
that is true. They did make,
I'm not sure if I like the trilogy though of that.
12 and 13.
I liked Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12.
The Italian Job, that was a good one.
I do love there's an original Italian Job, and
I'm
then the
talking
Mark
about
Wahlberg one
Yeah.
with Charlize and Donald Sutherland.
Dredd, Judge Dredd.
Dude, the Judge Dredd actually was really
Is that
good.
Carl Urban?
Yeah.
Carl Urban, the original was
So
Stallone,
good.
right?
Yes, Stallone, yeah.
Huh. I'm not putting that up there with.
It's not the best, but
Yeah, I'm not putting that up there.
Have you ever been in a reboot or remake?
You're not counting Barbershop, right?
No.
The first one came out a long
I
time.
know you have,
Jumanji.
because I was
You
gonna
were in
say,
Jumanji.
Oh.
That's a reboot.
I was in Jumanji. That's
Yeah.
right. That is a reboot.
Yeah.
Because the original is a classic.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say Jumanji is the greatest
I agree.
Greatest reboot of all time,
of all time.
Jumanji.
Jumanji, greatest trilogy, Barbershop.
Yep.
Greatest actress alive, Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long is too long for you to sit in a movie theater? Like, would you watch a 3-hour movie, 4-hour movie, 5-hour movie?
I think 3 would be my cap.
3's your cap?
3 would be my cap because then I got to go to the bathroom
Yeah.
and I got to go refill. They're not going to pause it for me to get more snacks. You know what I mean? They're not going to pause it for me to go out there and like holler at these. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Holler at what?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Holler at the guy in the front desk and be like, "Why you ain't tell me this movie was so damn long?"
Yeah, exactly.
Then come back. You know, so I would say probably like 3 hours. I've seen some epically long films. I'm trying to think. I walked out of Lincoln.
That one was long.
That was very long. So I don't know how long it was, but I remember walking out of that one. I think I was.
Let's be real. I don't think a movie needs to be 3 hours long.
Well, there is certain directors that, like, if Christopher Nolan made a 3-hour movie, I'd watch it.
His movies
I
are
think he
generally pretty.
did
Is it
already.
Inception like 240?
Yeah, Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer? Yeah. Okay, I loved Oppenheimer.
I watched that. There's Nolan can do it.
Yes.
Everything else, just give me a tight 90 minutes.
You need tight 90.
Tight 90.
Shoot, I fuck around with a tight 25. I do what I need to do.
In 25 minutes?
Get the point across.
The Lord of the Rings movies were like the third one is like 3.5 hours long.
The reason why those
Okay.
are annoying is because there's like an hour-long tree talking scene.
You must go to the forest.
Fuck, we're back to
Bro,
trees
I
again.
thought you were the forest. You're a little tree.
I'm here with you, dog.
Yeah.
You forest, bro.
The other forest.
Yeah, that right there. That's what makes a 3-hour movie fucking
Yeah.
3 hours. Is that when you got trees talking?
Well, that's
for a long
because one
time.
doesn't just simply walk into Mordor, okay? It takes time.
You must answer me,
Yeah.
the tree, these questions 3. Shut
Hey.
your tree ass up. Anyway,
I will cut your bitch ass down. I will light you on fire, motherfucker.
I will pour the sap out of your asshole, motherfucker.
So I have like a fun fact for this.
Okay.
The longest movie
Yeah.
is called The Cure for Insomnia. It was made in 1977, directed by John Henry Timmis IV. It was an experimental film premiered at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago.
Okay.
And it is 85 hours long.
What? No, shut the fuck up. 85. Wait, that 4 days? Bro, what are you supposed to do for 4 days?
The plot is an artist reading a 4,080-page poem, occasionally spliced with heavy metal and pornography clips.
Oh, it's a porno? Oh, I can stay for that. That makes sense. I can stay for that. Yeah, I could stay for that
The
one.
cure for insomnia. Okay, so you go to sleep.
No, the cure's you just jerk off for 4 days
Then
straight.
pass out.
And you're so tired, you go your tea's so drained after 82 hours of jerking it that you then just go into a coma.
Oh my god, that sounds great.
That might have to be the second live stream, honestly.
I mean, listen, we'll do it. I'm down.
We'll have to do it on OnlyFans, but I mean,
If you've seen The Cure for Insomnia, please comment
below.
Comment below. Let us know your favorite part. Let us know
what are
where
we getting ourselves into?
Which scene made you pass out? You know what I'm saying? Let us know how to fast forward to those scenes. What would you call the golden age of comedy?
Oh, wow.
And how has it evolved over the years?
That's so tough. I mean,
What's a tough one?
obviously 80s come to mind, 90s come to mind, early 2000s.
Yeah. Golden age, I would say.
Is it 80s maybe?
I mean, here's the thing. I could say 80s, but I wasn't old enough to appreciate it in real time. Because you go back and you watch some of these movies like Animal House or Coming to America, or, you know, you watch some of those things. They're really, really funny.
So funny.
But you weren't, I wasn't old enough to appreciate them back then. I'm going to go with when I fell in love with comedy. Man, it's either late Beverly Hills Cop or damn it, man, I don't know. The Will Ferrell era of comedy was so.
The Sandler era.
Yeah, the Sandler era.
I think this is so subjective
The Sandler
to
era.
the era of comedy you grew up in. So obviously, being a 90s kid, those are the movies that I grew up laughing about, so they hold a special place in my heart. Not that other comedies from 80s, 70s, and on and forward didn't make me laugh, but for me, the 90s will always be like the best. No filter.
Yeah.
Sometimes they were raunchy, sometimes there was action, sometimes there was rom-coms, like everything was in there. So
in the 90s?
Yeah.
Nutty Professor was 90s?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Nutty Professor. I mean, that 90s.
The Mask.
Yeah.
Like,
because the 90s, that's when Eddie Murphy like made his name. That's when Eddie Murphy made his name. And Eddie Murphy is widely regarded as the king. So I
you had him and
90s.
Jim Carrey like in their primes, going just back to back with movies.
Yeah, that's
Like, and Robin Williams in there.
Oh.
Like, how do you even compete with that era?
And the crazy thing is, a lot of those movies we love are all PG-13.
Dude, it's savage.
PG-13. So you don't have to say dick and pussy.
No.
You don't have to say put your dick in the pussy.
I think you can say that in PG-13.
No,
Oh, can you?
I don't
I think it's
so.
fucking shit and
Well,
say-
dude, see, this is why we don't give him a live mic. Dude just starts wilding out when you put him on air.
You can't say poop inside of my vagina. Like you can't.
You
say-
may be able to get
all the
away
comedy,
with that.
all the comedy lingo now that works.
Yeah.
You can't say that now.
I'm going 90s, dude. It hands down. I think it's 90s.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 90s.
What do you guys think of like the old parody style movies of like Blazing Saddles and Airplane and
I love
they're
those.
iconic.
Any Leslie Nielsen movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Mel
iconic.
Brooks, the Mel Brooks movies are just insane. I have a framed Blazing Saddles poster in my house. Like that's so. If I was to list my favorite comedies, Blazing Saddles is numero uno. But it goes Blazing Saddles, and it's Nutty Professor, and it's Tropic Thunder, and it's Coming to America. So it kind of has. There's one for like every
style and era.
every era. But yeah, I love those Mel Brooks movies too.
I like how
iconic.
the Wayans brought those movies back.
Oh yeah,
You know?
because Keenan Ivory Wayans was a like student of those things.
Don't Be a Menace, one of the best.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. I talked to Marlon, when I hosted Kimmel.
Oh, yep.
And he said
the clip.
he's like, there was talks about making a sequel to White Chicks.
It's too much work, man. It's 8-7 hours of makeup. I'm like, I'm just gonna do movies where I'm a black man. It's a lot easier. Black dude.
But now they announced Scary Movie.
They're doing another Scary Movie.
I'd take the Scary Movie.
Really?
I mean, I'll take both.
Yeah, I'll
but
take
like,
Scary Movie too. But to this day, whenever somebody says like anybody says like you do a Cuban accent or whatever, like that, I just think of White Chicks for these like it's like I always
the
do
opening
same.
scene?
I tell you to him.
I tell you to him, man.
I tell you to him. I say, Marlon is.
And they're like, dude, you are not Cuban. He's like, what are you talking about, man? I am Cuban, man. I am Cuban, man.
Why are the two most famous Cubans, Tony Montana and Razor Ramon, both Italian guys?
Oh, I love it. I love it. Jimmy Fallon did a Cuban accent too in the beginning of Taxi.
Really?
Similar boat. He's undercover as like a Cuban guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty
Queen
funny.
Latifah? That taxi?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that his last movie that he did?
Fever Pitch?
Fever Pitch. That's the last
Maybe.
one he did, right?
I love Fever Pitch. It's a great rom-com.
Yeah, Fever Pitch.
All right, so I'm going 90s. That has my vote. 90s kid at heart.
90s.
90s comedy for me, baby. Can a movie be truly great without a memorable villain?
Huh. Yes, I do
Okay.
think a movie can be great without a memorable villain. However, some of the greatest movies have memorable villains.
Such as?
Agent Smith in The Matrix.
Dude.
Yeah.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Surprised to see me. There's also Bane.
And
There's
Cypher.
also Joker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Sinbad in Jingle All the Way. Unbelievable villain. Dementor.
Unbelievable. Oh
and his
my God.
demon
He
team.
wasn't the bad guy.
No, he actually wasn't the bad guy, but he was so good as Dementor.
Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger.
Oh, great villain.
In Black Panther.
Drago. Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
Hans Gruber.
Hans
Yeah.
Gruber is 100% one of the best bad guys. Voldemort, you should not be named.
Tupac and Above the Rim.
Oh, the best.
Was it
Thanos?
really Birdie?
What?
Tupac
Thanos?
in Juice.
Oh, Thanos, just collecting the. Yeah, damn. I feel like in those movies where you need a bad guy, though, okay, so the bad guy in Madam Web, trash. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I didn't mind Madam Web. I didn't mind it. I was one of the rare that didn't mind it.
You know what? I drank so much wine while I was watching Madam Web that it was so fun, actually.
Yeah, I was like, I don't understand why people shit on it that bad.
No.
I mean, I was like, it ain't the worst movie I've ever seen.
No, I think, but what they should do moving forward, once this gets on Disney Plus, or I think it's hard, they need to include a drinking game for Madam Web. That way you can really have the most fun enjoying it.
Oh, gosh.
Like every time she runs the villain over with her car, drink. That's like 20 times in that movie.
That's a lot.
She just keeps running him over with the car. And you're like, dude, a good villain would learn how to avoid this. She's driving at you with a car.
Jump, motherfucker.
And you're literally Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not get out of the way?
I've yet to figure out cars.
Yeah, it's Dakota Fanning in a minivan, and he can't avoid it. It's like, I don't understand.
Dakota Johnson.
Sorry, Dakota Johnson. Who did I say, Fanning?
Yeah.
Because I watch Watchers on the plane. Sorry.
Oh, God.
Great villains obviously just add a whole nother level to a great movie, because I almost feel like you find yourself rooting for the villain when they're that good of a villain.
But the problem with that question is that they're also great, like, rom-coms. They're great comedies that don't have villains.
Yeah.
You know
there's
what I mean?
always that one, the guy that she's not supposed to be with is the villain.
Almost all. Yeah, I guess there's that person, but they're not great villains.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like, I'm not like,
Maybe
damn, I left that rom-com, man. That dude was crazy, bro. The one who she didn't date, like that dude. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like that. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
No, the answer is no. You don't have to have a great villain to have a great movie.
You don't.
But the movies with great villains are epic.
Yeah,
films.
I completely agree.
Epic films. Yeah. But like when Harry Met Sally, like, I don't know who the villain in that is.
Everybody else in that
soup
coffee
that gave
shop.
her that orgasm. Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. Like Christmas Chronicles, great movie. You know what I'm saying? Starring, not starring, but I was in it. No villains in that one. You know what I'm saying?
The villain in Philadelphia is just AIDS.
Yo, that's messed up. That's messed up. The villain.
Oh my goodness.
What's better for special effects, practical or CGI? I'm going to go ahead and just say that if The Color of Me didn't have its special effects in it, its CGI in it, that it wouldn't be the film that it is today. So I'm going to go ahead and say I prefer special effects because
Very, very special.
I'm not gonna lie though, in The Color of Me, the transitions into other people were actually kind of good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm team practical effects all day.
Yeah.
And I think those those movies just that had practical effects just look so much better.
That's
like,
true.
If you look at some of the crazy, especially monster movies, obviously I know Jurassic Park had CGI elements, but like the practical effects that they did for that movie are unmatched. Even a movie like, if you rewatch Tremors, this is a throwback. Watch Tremors. The practical effects in that movie are insanely good. Mm-hmm. And I think when they had even Jaws, right? Real shark.
It's a real shark.
It's a real shark.
That's a pet shark.
Bruce.
That was a shark Bruce that they found out in the desert.
Yeah.
And it was like,
and he didn't have a job. They employed him.
He in the water, so they give him a job.
I love that. Yeah. There's certain things you have to, you face problems and you have to solve them real time because you know it's happening in camera, and there is no fix it in post with CGI. Yeah. And I don't know, those movies just like they still hold up. Yeah, there's tons of movies that don't hold up.
Yeah. This is killing two birds with one stone here. If we could rewind, I'm gonna go ahead and say one of the best reboots ever was Twisters. I love the new Twisters.
Great reboot.
I love the new Twisters. And shout out to Glenn Powell, who's a longtime fan of our show.
Long-time listener, yeah.
He's been on our show for 5 minutes, but we're gonna bring him back maybe for another like 10. Possibly.
I think we could probably do 10.
We can do too hot, like a hot 15.
Yeah.
Something like that. But also they use real tornadoes.
That's crazy, dude.
Glenn was really wrangling tornadoes. He's such a brave guy out there doing
in Wranglers.
He was doing it in Wranglers. That's right.
Don't get more manly than that, dude.
Yeah,
like I'm
Brett Favre's
not gay, but seeing a dude wrangle tornadoes in Wranglers,
you can wrangle me anytime. What? Shut up.
Yeah,
That's not what I meant. Anyway.
Let's go to voicemails.
Okay.
Hey guys, what's a conspiracy theory you kind of believe to be true? Put on your tinfoil hat for this one.
A conspiracy theory that I kind of believe to be true. There's a few that I believe to be true. Aliens being at the top of that list.
100%, dude.
It's gotta be creatures out there, and maybe if they're not out of space, maybe they're in the center of Earth. I don't know, but I do think there's life outside of what we know, what we have seen. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that's at the top of my list.
Yeah,
but then like we can get political for a second. I think there are two presidents. Every time there's a president, I think there's another one.
Like a body double?
Like a body double.
Saddam Hussein had like 14 body doubles.
That's what I'm saying. You can't be everywhere at the same time. Like to govern a country, bro, you just gotta be like, you gotta have a DC president. You gotta have like a West Coast president in the hills. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that far East Coast guy just kicking it in a penthouse in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like working on Wall Street, perhaps.
That's an interesting take. That's an interesting take.
I feel like they got some body doubles out there.
That's very interesting.
And for security purposes. Let's say the president needs to just be somewhere in a crowd of people and just wave and walk. I'm not putting the real deal out there. Then we'll put Joey B out there.
No, he's at the beach.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and
aliens.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say aliens.
Aliens. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's there's no way we're the only people or only things to ever exist. It just does not make sense. Like my rational brain, because I'm rational thinker, male, bigger brain, science. It's telling me that there's other things out there.
Hey, Lamorne and Kyle. My name is Demario. I'm from Loveland, Colorado. Just calling in to say, love the podcast. It's been amazing. Good to have a great podcast to look forward to every week if, you guys keep up with the weeklies. Anyways, I did have one question for you guys. What was one of the first big moments or memories that you guys have in your kind of Hollywood careers that really stand out to you, that is something you hold on to and hope that more people could experience? I actually had an idea. You guys were talking about in a previous episode doing a live show. You were trying to convince each other to do it, and only if someone would be willing to fly you out somewhere, and I'm willing to do that. I know some people that are pilots and have some hangars in Loveland, Colorado, and I have an idea for a cool live show if you'd at all be interested or fancy the idea. But yeah, thought it'd be kind of cool. Keep it up, guys. Bye.
Did he say he was going to have someone personally fly us out?
Yeah,
he has some friends with
he has pilot friends.
A plane.
No, it has to be one of them.
You think it's one of those small planes?
It's got to be one of those small planes.
Ain't
nobody
gonna
spend all that
money.
money.
CEO of Boeing.
I don't think.
Never know.
Hey man, I don't think he's gonna. I mean, unless he does. But I'd rather just fly on a regular plane. Unless you get one of them big private joints that's sexy, that's got the snacks. First of all, we would love to come to Colorado and do a live show.
That's a great idea.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we got to see what the want is out there and the need is out there. So we would love to. But to go back to his first question,
Hollywood moment.
I've been lucky in this business and blessed in this business to have some pretty cool moments. But one stands out that I wish all people could experience, because it is a struggle for actors in this business. And my first big taste of success was getting that call that I booked New Girl.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there was a moment that might even rival winning the Emmy. I'm not sure it does, but it's up there for sure, because I had never experienced anything quite like that.
Beautiful moment.
Thrill. You know what I mean? That was a crazy phone call to get. So I wish a lot of the actors out here could get those phone calls and have those experiences where someone is like, "Hey, we're putting our trust in you to carry us home or to do a thing for us, and this will change your life possibly." So I'm gonna say that Liz Merriweather, Brett Baer, Dave Finkel calling me on the phone. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's cool because it's just kind of a private moment too. It's not, the whole world was watching when you won the Emmy, but like this is just for you.
Yeah, it was just for me. That was something.
I would just say, like all of us as creatives and people who like to make things and we're constantly thinking of new ideas and whatnot. Honestly, anytime you get the green light to like go make something is a really cool feeling of like, we love this too. Here's the green light, go make it, because that's the fun part. And then honestly, things like this where we put something out and then people find it and they resonate to it. And like, we obviously all like making people laugh. So to get that feedback, I think is like, to me, that's one of the cool, whether if you're being on stage doing stand-up, if it's a movie, TV show, a podcast, whatever, to hear people watch it, look forward to it every week, they laugh, those are like the coolest parts of being able to create in this business. So
100%.
That's what I like to do.
Nice.
And pull the fans, obviously.
Yeah, that's a thrill. That's a rush.
It's a short-lived thrill because usually,
for sometimes for you, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I take my time.
2 minutes is a long ass time.
Yeah, Doug, for sure. But like
2 minutes is a long time, and I don't care what anyone says. 3 inches is pretty big.
What?
Yeah.
That's our show, everybody.
We love you guys. Hey, please remember to like and subscribe. Remember, the hotline is live. We may have some news about a potential live show. So get ready for that announcement.
Yes.
And
also, just remember, we love you.
That was a Headgum Podcast.